Welcome back, Homestead family and backyard gardeners. This is Rob from Gardens Fresh Homestead, eating fresh to your plate. And today on the 15th of May, we're down here at our snow peas raised garden bed. And you know, last time this year, we were harvesting our Canterbury and Pontiac red potatoes. But this year, they are a month and a half late. You heard me correctly, ladies and gentlemen. And I said this in my previous video, beggars cannot be choosy what they get. So before you click off, I usually do my little preach, my little rant on the homestead, because this is really important, because we're in dark times here, because it's nearly taken another month and a half just to get the seed potatoes. We've had a really warm, mild autumn. We're only a few weeks away until winter. I don't think we're going to get a winter here in Australia, but I want to show you my couple of potatoes. I got Desiree and Royalblue. Now I've grown these in the past and they didn't do too well, but unfortunately beggars cannot be choosy what they get on the homestead. And it's really important to save your seed potatoes for the following year, because my local nursery did not warn me that that's all they were going to get from a different supplier. They've been getting the Canterbury and Pontiac red potatoes in for many years, and all of a sudden they just changed suppliers. So this is what we've got to work with. That's how it is on the homestead. Okay, so I'm going to have to remove all this mulch because I got it ready a couple of months ago, and I thought I'd be getting potatoes in. That's how long we've been waiting. So I'm going to remove all the mulch, the sugarcane mulch, and we'll just go from there. Okay, so we've finally dug all our holes. Now what you need to do is probably about 6 to 8 inches deep and about 300 plus wide. That's what I usually do for my potatoes. It really works out well. I plant it next to my snow peas and it works out beautiful. The other year I had it next to my pineapples, and huge success with that. I wish I could do that again, but all my pineapples have been taking over, so I can't put them in that same raised garden bed. So we're going to put the Royalblue in first. And here is some of the potatoes in question. And in just a few weeks they've actually sprouted eyes. So what you want to do is have the eyes facing up, not sideways, not upside down, facing up. So we're going to do that, and probably some of these baby ones are probably put 2 to 1 hole. We're getting about 14 per 1 kilo. So we're going to do that, but before we do that, we're going to put some nutrients in the soil. So we're going to put some Gates blood and bone. That's for root development, and that'll help the tubers to form underneath the ground. So just a little bit like that. Okay, so that's the first bag. The next one is an all-purpose mixture here for all types of organic rock minerals. That's what it is. And I'm just going to do the same again. And if you've gotten this far in this video, yes, I should have been wearing gloves. I have to wash my hands afterwards. So I'm sure there'll be a few people saying that in the comments. Alrighty-o. Now it's time to put the potatoes in the ground, as I said, facing upwards, not sideways and upside down. And this eye will shoot up within a couple of weeks. Alright, so come follow me and we'll put them in the ground. Okay, so here are the Royalblue in the holes. They're about 6 or 8 inches deep, one per hole, and there's 10 holes per bed. It's 1800 by about 900 wide. Okay, so I want to show you out of 3 kilos, I still have another 17 more Royalblue potatoes that I've got eyes on them. But I just want to show you out of 3 kilos what doesn't have eyes on them at the moment. 3, 4, 6, 8. So here they are. They're really tiny. If I can get it out of the bag. And then you have it, see, the eyes are just forming now, but just not quite ready. Probably a couple more days, but I'm not going to plant them. They're just too small. And we'll just leave them be. So we're going to backfill all this with dirt, and we're going to put the mulch on top, and we're going to do a couple more raised garden beds. So if you've gotten this far, give this video a really big thumbs up. Really would help this channel out a lot to grow, and your support is really much appreciated on the homestead. So let's backfill and get some mulch on top. All right, it's time to put the sugarcane mulch on top, and don't be too shy. You really want a good layer, about 4 to 6 inches on top, so the soil doesn't dry out. Even though we've had a lot of rain in the last few months, it's quite damp. But it's just to help even if the potatoes come up, they're not going to get that green spot on their skin. So that's the idea, so they don't get cooked in the sun if they come from the top. So something like this. There you go. Nice big layer of sugarcane mulch. I use a Rocky Point here in Australia. So it's just good value at my local nursery. I like to support local businesses. So that's what I'm going to do so far. And I'm going to continue on doing these other raised garden beds, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so we just finished 4 rows of the Royalblue potatoes. The raised beds are 1.8 meters long by 900 wide, so 10 holes per bed, so that gives us 40, plus I threw in the extra half a dozen in a couple of these over here. So I think that was 46 for 1 kilo per bag. Now we're over here, and this is Desiree, they're 500 grams. So we're going to put these in the same order again. I just want to show you some of these potatoes. If you're just joining in, you want to have the eye of the potato facing up, not sideways, not upside down. And I've already done my nutrients all-round fertilizer, and let's get into it. Okay, I've just finished planting the Desiree. I've put 40 in 3 rows of 10. So I'm just going to walk you through what I've done so far. This is the last row of the Desiree, and then here we go into the Royalblue. Okay, it is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2.5 hours to plant 80 potatoes. Quite a big effort that. But again, we only got those potatoes 2 weeks ago, and I still had to wait another 2 weeks for the eyes to form. So we're basically nearly 2 months behind schedule on the homestead, and this is really an important message to save your potatoes for the following year and look after them. That's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to try and find the Canterbury Back and the Pontiac Red potatoes and try and save them for the following year. But beggars can't be choosy in a food crisis and a food crisis here in the land of Down Under. But unfortunately, that's just how it is. So we have to wait 16 to 18 weeks for these potatoes, not the usual 90 days. So it's going to be interesting. So that'll put that June, July, August, September. So probably end of September, be ready for harvest. So hopefully we can look forward to a long summer and next year of heaps of potatoes, heaps of potato bake, mashed potato, chips. That's what I'm looking forward to. So but if you made this far in this video, give this video a big really thumbs up and write something in the comments down below. It'd be really much appreciated on the homestead, and your comments I will respond to, and I hope you can find other videos inspiring, because that's what it's all about. Sometimes it's not about just planting and harvesting. It's also about learning new techniques along the homestead. I've got all my snap peas behind me, so they didn't do too well this year because autumn, it feels like mid-summer basically. But we're really strange, a lot of rain, a lot of heat, but yeah, it should be getting colder now, and it's not really. It's only about 18 degrees, so we'll just see what happens. So I'll probably do another video on all these snow peas that have to be harvested, but until then, take care of yourselves, either grow big or go to the shops. Thank you very much for watching at Gardens Fresh Homestead. Bye for now.